We all know by now Fox is just imploding. It has no clue how to cover Donald Trump's rapid decline in the polls. So it's just grotesque when you watch what they're trying to do right now. You have Jesse Waters, one of the hosts, just going into disgusting misogyny. Here, play this.
This is where the president has his most impact. You have a lot of room to maneuver there as commander-in-chief. We don't know who she is. We don't know what she believes. She's going to get paralyzed in the Situation Room while the generals have their way with her. Right now,
Jesse Waters.
Jesse, I don't like that.
Figuratively,
Take
again,
it back.
have their way with her, control her, not in a sexual way. You're now.
Just what a despicable thing to say. And then Jesse Waters then says, well, my mom is probably going to be on MSNBC talking about how much she loves Vice President Kamala Harris. I think Jesse Waters has some deep-seated issues here. Here, play this clip.
That would be great. You know, like your sister does something and you're like speaking on behalf of the Waters family. I'm sure my mother was probably go on MSNBC tonight and said, my son, Jesse Waters, made a joke about Kamala Harris being manhandled by generals in the Situation Room, and he has desecrated the memory of our grandfather, and it's disgusting. I could see my mom doing that, and I wish I had a political dynasty so I could take shots as well.
We appreciate that. All right, you know what, Greg?
I will play this clip for you, Jesse Waters, because I know your mom is actually a very big fan of the MeidasTouch network, and she warned you, Jesse, about your behavior, spreading conspiracies and using your platform to harm people. Remember, Jesse, when your mother said this? Play this clip.
We have a very special guest on the line. A Democrat, my mom. Mom?
Hello,
how have you? Jesse. Hello there, Mom. How have you enjoyed the show so far?
I have enjoyed the show. I want to say congratulations, Honey Bun. We are so proud of you and your accomplishments, and you've worked so hard. Now let's aim to have you keep your job. And to that end, I do have some suggestions.
Okay.
Do not tumble into any conspiracy rabbit holes. We do not want to lose you, and we want no lawsuits.
Okay.
In keeping, I have a list here. In keeping with the Hippocratic Oath, do no harm. We need you to be kind and respectful. You yourself mentioned that humble is a stretch, so I get that. Use your voice responsibly to promote conversation that maintains a narrative thread. There really has been enough Biden bashing, and the laptop is old. Perhaps you could suggest that your people take less interest, for example, in other people's bodies, and talk about that.
Then you have just raw, unadulterated propaganda on the Hannity show, which is frankly all that is raw, unadulterated propaganda. They have Newt Gingrich go on and go, you know what? I think Vice President Kamala Harris is actually losing in all of the polls. She's losing ground. Play this clip.
And people talk to each other every day. And I think, frankly, she's been losing ground, not gaining ground, despite all the fantasies of the propaganda media.
Every single poll other than Rasmussen, which is just more Trump propaganda, in my opinion, has Vice President Kamala Harris not just leading, but also soaring ahead right now. I mean, just take a look at this graphic right here. Only thing that's losing ground is Trump media stock right now. Oh, and by the way, remember when Donald Trump tries to take credit for the stock market like he did over the weekend with Jason Miller? Remember when Jason Miller said this?
Well, on that point, and you have every right to say that she was part of this administration whose record you criticize, and obviously some of it is unpopular. Don't they also get credit for things that are positive? For example, the record-breaking stock market, the Dow breaking 41,000 on Friday.
Well, that's simply because businesses think that President Trump is going to come back in, and so they're energized. A big part of that RFK and Jr. endorsement that we had on Friday, which is huge. When you look at the numbers state by state, some of the states could be upwards of 13,000 to 20,000 votes. Other states, the RFK Jr. endorsement could boost by as much as 40 or even 50,000 votes. When you think about how close the margins are in this campaign, that endorsement alone could put President Trump over the top.
We'll come back to.
Well, then, Jason Miller, riddle me this. Why is it that America's stock market hit record highs today and Fox had to acknowledge that on the air? Play this clip.
I should tell you that the Dow hit an all-time intraday high today. At the moment, you're standing at 41,339. It's up 164 points.
While Donald Trump's stock that has Trump's name on it is absolutely trash, in my opinion, and is basically crashing, in my opinion. You see it right there, and I think it's going to get much lower than that. So the stock market's 50% or so better than when Trump left office right now. Where's your 401k today versus where was your toilet paper when Trump was in office? But I digress. And then Newt Gingrich says what should really go down here is that we should have a debate on C-SPAN where Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris get to just ask each other questions. No moderation. Play this clip.
I personally think that Trump should offer to debate her on CNN, on C-SPAN, on a straight out no media. She gets to ask him questions, he gets to ask her questions, and go on offense and say, look.
Which seems to be a very different message than being sent by Byron Donalds, one of Donald Trump's other top surrogates, who is a big defender of the mute button during the debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Byron Donald says there needs to be a mute button, he goes, because Vice President Kamala Harris is going to try to interrupt Donald Trump. Yeah, because not like Donald Trump is the person who interrupts every second. Again, so dystopian and just so there's no bottom here with these people. Here, play this clip.
The reason why Kamala Harris wants to change the rules now to have open microphones is because she wants to interrupt Donald Trump. She wants to be able to create a spectacle out of this debate, which would prevent her from actually being forced to discuss public policy, discuss her positions in detail.
Then you have Sean Hannity spewing more lies. He's like, the Democrats, they lie about abortion, they lie about Project 2025. Here, play this clip.
They lie about abortion. They lie about Project 2025. They lie about the economy. They lie about immigration. They lie about everything. This is the most bizarre, dishonest campaign in history.
Really, Hannity? That's what you think? You think so? I don't know. Let's want to do Project 2025 first. How about the fact that the leader of Project 2025 credits Donald Trump as the person implementing the vision? Play this clip.
We've been working with all of them on one project since soon after Joe Biden took the oath of office, before any conservative presidential candidates had even entered the race. As my friend and colleague Paul Dans before talked about briefly, our Project 2025 has developed a comprehensive policy agenda, but even more importantly, recruiting people, 20,000 people to go into the next administration, hopefully to help take back this country for you and for your audiences. We want no credit. We want the American people, if President Trump is elected again, President Trump and his administration, to take credit for that. But it will also be a great sign, if all of this is successful, that in fact, as we know in our prayer time, but maybe not every time when we're watching the news, that the Lord is still smiling upon America.
Here's Donald Trump with that guy, by the way, on a private jet, and here's Donald Trump praising the Heritage Foundation, which is the group that crafts Project 2025. And by the way, J.D. Vance wrote the foreword to Kevin Roberts' book, the guy who wrote Project 2025. Here's this clip. Let's play it.
Already we have shown the power of our winning formula, working closely with many of the great people at Heritage over the 4 incredible years that we've worked with you a lot. And we were just discussing it with Kevin Plain. They're going to work on some other things that are going to be very exciting, I think, Kevin. I think maybe the most exciting of all.
Oh, more Jesse Waters. Here he is saying something about Vice President Kamala Harris's birth certificate showing she's not really from Oakland. Play this clip.
Kamala Harris grew up in Berkeley, the People's Republic of Berkeley. Berkeley, the most insanely liberal precinct in America. Her birth certificate lists an apartment right next to Berkeley's campus. It's a half block south of People's Park, which is basically ground zero for every single radical protest movement. Kamala attended Berkeley public schools and was even bused to Berkeley public schools. Remember? That little girl was me. If you lie about where you grew up, which is at the core of who you are, people can't trust you.
Then we have Judge Jeanine can't believe she was actually a judge. Imagine people having cases in front of her. And here she says Trump has JFK Jr.'s endorsement. She meant RFK. Play this clip.
You just heard the president saying this isn't about Democrats against Republicans. And we see that now with JFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard's endorsements. How will the former President Trump use that to change the minds of the independents and Democrats?
Yeah, well, this is really, it's not about Republicans versus Democrats. This is about saving our country, Judge, at this point.
Here is MAGA Republican Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin talking about conspiracy theories about the Trump shooting in Butler, Pennsylvania. Play this clip.
You know, there are conspiracy theories out there that he had this person in the site, asked for permission to take him out, was denied. The Secret Service denies that. But I haven't been able to talk to that sniper. I haven't been able to get that information. So what I've been saying is,
Senator, what is their
if you were to design,
Senator, what is their reason for not giving it to you?
If you were to design a system, an investigation that was designed to raise suspicion and drive conspiracy theories, you couldn't do a better job than what the Secret Service and FBI are doing right now.
Oh, well.
Now, notably, it's people like Ron Johnson from Wisconsin and Clay Higgins and MAGA Republicans that spread this filth. By the way, there was a bipartisan committee delegation that went to Butler, Pennsylvania on Monday to see the site where the shooting took place. All 6 Democrats showed up. 4 of the Republicans, including Clay Higgins, who's one of the people who spreads the propaganda, was not there. Too busy. They're fine spreading the conspiracies, but doing the work is so hard for them. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you too. I was with Hannity saying they're spreading lies about abortion. Well, here's what Donald Trump had to say about it before. But here he is bragging about overturning Roe v. Wade. Play this clip.
I got rid of Roe v. Wade. Supreme Court justices and the Supreme Court ruled to end the moral and constitutional atrocity known as Roe v. Wade. Very important. We did the Roe v. Wade thing, which they've been trying to get it done. If it weren't for me with Roe v. Wade, you wouldn't even be talking about this. Getting rid of Roe v. Wade was an incredible thing. I'm the one that got rid of Roe v. Wade. And what I did by killing Roe v. Wade, which everyone said was impossible. For 54 years, they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it. And I'm proud to have done it.
This was a moment captured by Fox where Donald Trump is speaking in Michigan, bragging about his friendship with Viktor Orban from Hungary, who he calls a great person. By the way, the entire GDP of Hungary is smaller than what many large American corporations earn in revenue or even profit in a given year. And this is like Donald Trump wants to model America off of Hungary, while Donald Trump attacks the UK, France, Germany, as Donald Trump attacks like Australia and like other countries. Hungary is Donald Trump's model. Play this clip.
And we are going to do something that I think will be just unbelievable. I told a very respected person in terms of leadership in Europe is from Hungary, Viktor Orban, and he said if Trump were back, there'd be no wars because they respected us. He used stronger language than that. I won't use it because I'm embarrassed. But he used.
And finally, here is Fox cutting off the coverage of Donald Trump when he gave a ranting and raving and rambling speech. Play it.
All right, this is all happening live in Detroit. Former President Donald Trump there making remarks to the National Guard Association's 146th General Conference and Exhibition.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another bad day for Fox. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers together. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.
Real quick, Meta just changed their algorithm to suppress political content. Please follow our Instagram @MeidasTouch right now as we head towards 400,000 followers so you don't miss a beat.